Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage. Welcome back to episode 18 of Crusader Kings 3. I've just been replying to some comments on the previous YouTube video, particularly about that war I ended up in with Alba when they wanted to take this little area back here of Ulster. I've reviewed the video and I still cannot work out why that war declaration happened. I mean, obviously they wanted that county, but I didn't appear to get any notification of war. I seem to be in a different screen when it happens. I'm disbanding my army because I'm in at war with Brittany over Devon. And then when I close that screen down, I'm suddenly at war with Alba. So no idea what happened there. It is possible that I hit enter or something and accidentally closed the declaration pop-up window the instant it spawned. But I just cannot see that on the video. So that is a bit of a weird one. So what we're going to be doing now is continuing to try and gobble up more of Wales, because we need to have 2 out of the 4 kingdoms in order to create the empire. There we go. It's the empire that we're trying to create. So that's what we're looking to head towards, hopefully today. Not too bothered about the low county control. There's not much we can do about that right now. Oh, well, that said, we could probably just put the marshal there. Now, the Marshal is doing a long job. He's got 6 years left in his current work. And Cornwall is pretty bad. I mean, I guess we could just move him around. So, yeah, his current one will be aborted. 10 years for things to get better in Cornwall, but maybe it'll help with him being down there. Yeah, so Pentland is now also pretty bad. We could designate a guardian for our son. Decent martial diplomacy. You are learning focused. Well, that's not ideal. We go stewardship with him, actually. Let's change his focus to stewardship, and I'm going to be his guardian myself. It'll probably cause me some more stress, and we could potentially find him a partner as well. So this is our second son. My wife doesn't look very happy there, does she? That's one hell of a visage there, my lady. Right, so what do we want to do? What have we got in terms of alliances? So we're allied to Alba, and that is all. Could we potentially, because we are a king now, are there any daughters on the Frankian side? You've got a spouse, you are unmarried, but you're also, well, you're only 11, you're 10 and also unmarried. I mean, that could potentially work if he would accept. He would. Oh, they are related. Because you. Yeah, those kids would be related if we did that. So that's not an option. Well, I mean, it is an option, but it's probably not a good option. We could do Frisia or Aquitaine. Let's have a look. What have you got here? You are all sons, which is not that useful. Well, there's no urgent need to do it now, so we'll wait on that one a little. Then inherit titles, we can create the Duchy of Cornwall. I don't need to, so I probably won't. Gain some opinion. I mean, yeah, I'm going to keep these provinces as my own for the time being anyway, because we're making decent money. So we'll just let the money tick up there. We are currently... why am I trying to get a claim on... No, that claim's on Powys. I thought it was on this one because that's where the icon is, but it's underneath the flag for the Principality of Powys. So this is where we're making a claim now. I don't think it'll give me a claim on the entire duchy. I think it'll just be the county level. But we're doing quite good at gobbling up Wales right now. The progress is actually quite fast here as well. Oh, possible side effects. Counts the skill claim on duchy. So it looks like the claim normally goes for the county, but there is a chance that it might end up being a claim on the duchy. Somebody also noticed that when I tried to put some buildings somewhere, that I accidentally put them in a holding that wasn't my own because I misclicked, like Buckingham or something. That doesn't surprise me at all. But most of my own places do have like sort of full development, I think. Mostly can't construct anything else here right now because they're duchy buildings. What about Stafford? How are things over here? Yeah, you're kind of... Well, that's the temple we've got selected. What could we build here? More garrison? Or more levies? We get military camps. Walls and towers is probably not a bad thing, because it will give us some tax. So let's go and do that. I mean, we may as well, because we are stewardship focused. Dread, see, yeah, I've got to fill these in unless we start going down here. So extort subjects or men-at-arms maintenance per dread. Well, sometimes I do get dread. It burns off quickly because of my whatever trait it is I've got. My compassionate trait. So my dread decay is plus 100%. But I mean, I can get dread for short periods of time, so it might save me a gold piece or two here and there. What could we go and get over here in Leicester? I guess a hunting grounds wouldn't be a bad idea. So I'm just trying to build up my... upgrade the hunting grounds, or upgrade the wheat fields, get more tax. Let's do that. So what I'm concentrating on doing right now... I should be saving up money, actually, because if I want to form the second kingdom... Well, we can afford the second kingdom because that should be, I think, 500 gold to form a kingdom. Not that we can do that right now anyway. The Kingdom of Wales, yeah, 500 gold to form the kingdom. So we could form the kingdom. That is not a big problem. But then it's like 1,000 gold for the Empire. Outliving my rival. When my jailer brought the joyous news, I could scarcely believe it. My rival, Willem, has finally perished in my dungeon. To think I will live in a world... free from that churl, and to think that I was the one who brought it about. I'm so happy I could dance. Died from malnourishment. We lose 60 stress. We gain 150 prestige. Excellent. Now stress is now 0. Very nice. Although we are educating our own child, so it's probably going to go up again rather quickly. I'm not going to bother... I'm not going to bother increasing the holdings that are in my primary duchy, because the chances are I'll end up giving those away at some point. So I'm just working on ones that I know I intend to keep. And speaking of stress from educating my son, here we go. Keep ambitious, or he gains sadistic, or he gains paranoid. And why would I want 38 stress to give my son ambitious or paranoid? Though bearing in mind this is my second son, so he would potentially be a pretender. So, you know, having something like paranoid... Mind you, paranoid just makes him harder to kill if I try and use a intrigue plot against him. Sadistic just means he's more likely to attack me. Ambitious means he's more likely to want the throne. So it doesn't really make much of a difference which of those I pick. So we'll just let him keep ambitious, and I will not take the stress. We're looking pretty ragged right now anyway. Heresy. Mandines in Lower Lorraine. Well, we're not bothered by that. We don't want to convert. And Lorraine isn't really my problem. So, yep, you have it, your heretical religions. So, yep, he's converted. That's fine, whatever. How are we going? I should probably speed this up to speed 4. There's not an awful lot going on right now. So, yeah, we definitely want this to happen. A noble guest has arrived. We've got a claim there. Crusader Kings. Well, here we go. I mean, this is what the game is all about, right? Crusades. The very heartlands of Western Christianity are under siege by infidels. Desperate Christian lords have persuaded His Holiness Pope Sergius to declare his intention of forging a righteous alliance to expel the heathens in the name of St. George. Christian faiths now have access to crusades. Des Volt. I said that in a very German accent, didn't I? Des Volt. Should be much more Italian. Or at least Latin. So, yes, still at speed 4. Let's wait for this claim. Obviously, there's nothing massive going on with Crusades at the moment. Somebody did suggest, and I never looked at this, but someone did suggest that I can create holy orders. You need to have an absolute ton of piety. You need 1,000 piety to create a holy order. And there aren't any other holy orders. There'll be more of them popping up now that the Crusades have started. A secret exposed. So this is Berkshire, and you're my cousin and Chancellor. The Earl of Berkshire has accused my cousin of having copulated with her lover, Reeve Railwald. Okay. Such things cannot be accepted outside of marriage. Now, you are the one with 26 Diplo. So we can either imprison her. She'll lose opinion. See, I really don't want to lose the piety. We're going to... Right, let's just go and stick a pin in her. Now, does that arrest her automatically? It did arrest her automatically. Can I now let her out? Because now we don't have a Chancellor. Or do we have a better one? We actually have one that would be just as good, to be honest. And this guy's a powerful vassal. So we'll just make him the new Chancellor. And then that's problem solved. I don't have to worry about that one. However, I will release you, I think. Oh, we can get 100 gold for ransoming you. Let's go ahead and do that. And we'll take the pin out because we don't need that anymore. There we go. I've prowled through the documents, both ancient... Oh, because it's not the Chancellor that's doing this, it's the Bishop, isn't it? But, yeah, it's the Bishop that does the... I keep thinking it's Crusader Kings 2, where it's actually your Chancellor that does the claims, but it's the Bishop in CK3. So, 75 gold. So there we go, we now have a claim. So if we were to press this claim, declare as he war, he does have 2 allies, of course he does. Although when I click show allies it's only showing me 1. He's still really weak though, so that's not a problem. My claims, contested title for... It is just the county title, sadly. That's a bit of a shame. Can we change the objectives? No, that's the only one we've got. Well, I mean, I guess we're going to go for it, right? We need the land. We are still paused. Let's just go ahead and move our levy. Or rally point for the levy. So, rally point, we're going to move over here. And raise all armies. I'm going to march straight in there. I'm not even going to wait for these guys to get up to full strength. Because we should be at full strength by the time we get there. I'm going to try and pick one of those armies off to the south if I can. A word of advice. I saunter between the market stalls of Warwick, a heavy pouch tugging at my belt. How do I make this coin work for me? As I admire the wares of a local sculptor, Catholic imagery, a sound investment, King Sinead of Alba suddenly appears at my side. What are you doing down here in Warwick? A word of advice, my lord. Have a look at the smithy over there. Their wares might be simple, but their potential is great. Invest in a sculptor's workshop. Get Sculptor's Workshop investment for 10 years. Oh, 30 years. Which is 5% monthly piety and 10% holding taxes. Or the smithy would give us potential friend and reduced army gold maintenance. Yeah, that's probably the good one to go for if it works. And the king becomes our friend as well. That was a really good outcome for that. The faithful prepare for war. A papal envoy has reached my court bringing news from the Vatican. Pope Sergius issued a call to arms to all the righteous Christian rulers. As a Catholic king, I am expected to prepare my men in support of this most holy cause, sponsored by the Universal Church itself. To all those who will take the fight against the vile infidels, desecrating the holy grounds of Jerusalem, the Holy See promises full absolution from all its sins and a guaranteed place in heaven. My warriors are ready to fight, so we pledge to join the Crusade as soon as it starts. We gain 120 piety, and the war chest gains a lot of piety and prestige. I will gladly finance this holy cause. We can just spend some money, or perhaps we should consider joining. We will be ready to fight. We've got a decent army, and I don't think we need to worry too much about all of this. I don't think we're going to catch you, so we're just going to go and siege that out anyway. So this is something I haven't worked out yet. Beneficiary. You have no beneficiary selected for Crusade. In Great Holy Wars, each participant may have a beneficiary. The beneficiary will get some of the conquered titles if the war is won. It is best to choose a beneficiary that likes you or will bring renown to your dynasty. So potentially our son. Can our son be our beneficiary? My beneficiary... Can't be my son. Can be my sister or my nephew. Let's go for my sister. She'll do for now. So we've now got a beneficiary. Excellent. So, have we got somewhere under siege? Did an army get in somewhere that I didn't spot? No, it's just briefly because you were passing through. Okay, that's fine. I don't know what he's going to do with those troops. I'm not expecting a lot of problems from him. He's sieging something over there, actually, which is a little bit cheeky. But I think we should be able to win the siege race down here. So now, there's the Crusade. It looks like they've got a lot more men than we have. So this Crusade already looks like it isn't going particularly well. They've joined up over there. I'm not going to rush in because I want to try and get this siege done if possible. This is the one with the siege weapons, so this should actually go quite quickly. So we'll try and get this particular war done first, and then we'll go over and sort of help with the Crusades. That'll be something interesting. I don't usually get too involved in the Crusades and Crusader Kings, which is weird because, I mean, that's what the game's about, right? It's Crusader Kings. So this siege is almost done. There we go. And we're going to march over here. There's still another fort here that we need to catch, but we can pop this army off and then come back for the barony. So we should be able to jump in on these guys. Well, they're not going to be able to get away anyway. That battle should go easily in our favour. We do have we are the defender because it's our land. We've got the better knights. Yeah, we've got this one. So let's just move back into here because we want to capture this. We've captured this one. We're at 87%. Just going to hang around here because they're probably... I don't know where they're going to move with that army. Yeah, they are moving back this way, so let's consider jumping on them over there. A curse undone. The twists and turns of fate have not always been to my advantage. God knows that I was cursed the day I met Countess Christina. Today, however, that curse has been lifted. Fate has smiled upon me and brought the evil spawn of hell to her grave. Again, another rival bites the dust, and we lose some stress, although I don't think we had any stress anyway, to be honest. So let's dive in there. When we caught both of those armies again, we've got, this is the bulk of our, like, good martial skill. Plus 19 martial skill to their plus 11. Never back down. Chivalry focus. Yeah, those guys just get wrecked. There's the 100%. So let's enforce our demands. There we go. Now we've got too many holdings above the domain limit. So let's have a quick look at Duchy Titles. We don't hold anything else that is Powys, do we? Not as personally. Yes, I thought it was this one I was holding, but it's this one. No, this one. So that's not actually Powys. It's Dalebath or whatever it's called. The Duchy of Dalebath. So if I give you Abahundu, no, not vassal, grant titles. I'm missing something here. I hold this. It's my personal holding. Grant to the Duke. There we go. That sorts that problem out. Now then, we are at war. Let's get all of our men down here. So let's have a look at this war and see just how crazy it is. Has the war actually started yet? Doesn't look like the war is currently going on because there's no war score. So I don't think the war has actually started. So in that case, let's just disband everybody. So this is our son again. Whitred. Whitred has been asking me for a Scopperel for a long time. I have no idea what that is, and I told him I would get one for him in 3 months if he displayed more focus in his studies. Ever since I made the promise, he has been redoubling the efforts of his studies. Gains the trait Trusting. Gain Content. Gain Fickle. I think Trusting is reasonable for him to have. It will also make him easier to kill off in a plot if we decide we need to do that later on. We can declare wars. what are these wars that we can declare? We do have some piety around. We could go over here and grab some bits in Ireland, potentially. It would cost us some piety to do so. But it might not be a bad thing. If I were to declare war on you, I can't get the kingdom, because we're not a paragon of virtue. We could get this duchy. Yeah, we can only go for the Duchy of Munster for 160 piety. And it probably isn't worth it. I mean, we will want that eventually, but I think right now we're more concerned about grabbing this over here. This is probably what we need next. So, I mean, yeah, let's go ahead and get our Archbishop. Can we get a better... You can't change your Archbishop, can you? Because this is appointed by the church. So, go and work on that. That is fine. I guess the rate that we're gaining land isn't too terrible. I like the rate that I'm gaining money. The money gain is good. We're going to go back up to speed 4 until we can do some other stuff. We'll probably get some more events. There's hamlets constructed in Northampton. I could, if I wanted, upgrade something else here. We could, like, upgrade the Hunter's Lodge. Let's do it. Let's get some upgrades going while we've got plenty of money. I don't want to burn through all of my money. Crusade for Jerusalem. Is that it? Is this the start of the Crusades? The time has finally come to bring St. George's holy wrath against the vile infidels of Jerusalem. Inflamed by righteous fury and unyielding resolve, the great army of the Crusades assembled by Pope Sergius sets forth to deliver divine justice upon the wicked and earn their place in heaven. Deus Vult. A crusade is launched in Jerusalem immediately. What has happened? 264 gold divided amongst the participants. It's not a huge amount, is it? 576 piety divided amongst participants. 2,160 divided amongst the participants. Okay. So the crusade has begun. And this is what we'll be doing in the next video, I presume. So let's end things there. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I really do appreciate it. And thanks for all of those likes and comments, because they really do help the channel. We are still losing a few subscribers, but hopefully things will improve in time. I will see you guys in the next video. And until then, goodbye for now.